Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, we are continuing with Vaaz. Just the backlog of very old videos on the playlist, step by step. I didn't watch that for a long time because I actually thought I had already finished it. Because the playlist was like, yeah, that video is marked red completely, you finished it. But I guess I just only watched the first couple seconds. Yeah. This is main character syndrome. I think it's gonna be entertaining and exhausting at the same time. As always, link is down in the description. Make sure you subscribe to our boy Vaaz and you support him. And here we go.
Be that person who stretches before a flight. Shouldn't you be looking after your child? Being on airport floors is...
This looks... Some of these videos and pictures you see trending online with stuff like that, they just look so incredibly staged. And now we're also at the point where AI is like really good, and sometimes you need to look a second or a third time to determine if it's real or if it's fake. And bruh, that's a problem. YouTube, well down you watch this video, even though you watched like 5 seconds. Yeah, I think I watched the video before in that previous in that playlist, and then it switched over, and then YouTube was like, no, entire video is watched.
It's not clean. Just watched a lady in the cafe throw hot coffee at the grill chef because he made her eggs over easy instead of over hard. It's assault. Big thanks to our...
Okay, this is one of those things could have happened, but we have absolutely zero evidence that it could be completely made up. And honestly, I think it is, because if you throw hot coffee at a person, that is like, that is jail, bro. Especially in the US. Bro, it's an egg, yeah. Like, what? Imagine throwing that kind of shit in fucking Texas or somewhere where they love their guns. It's not that deep, bro.
Big thanks to our tour guide who took this group photo of us. Oh yes, he definitely intentionally did this. Don't be so sensitive. Couldn't be bothered. Okay, there's two options.
A lot of meat sitting on top of a lot of meat. What? Oh, the masks. Bro, that's... It's still assault, yeah. Oh, that is a throwback to the COVID times, bro. Literally were times when I had to work in my office job with face masks the entire time. And it was so exhausting. At one point I was just like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm just calling in sick for the next 2 weeks, go fuck yourself. And after I came back, we didn't have to wear our masks anymore, so it was worth it. But there was like this one guy when I started going to the gym years ago, during COVID era, but after COVID had settled down a bit. He was like, he was full out working, like full on working out in a face mask, and not like the thinner ones, stuff, a mask like that. He was full on working out, like running on the treadmill with that mask on. I was just like, bro, what are you training for? Are you the one who's gonna fight Kratos or something? Like, bro, what are you working out for? Still battery, I mean, throwing an egg at someone. Well, hot coffee, I would assume, is probably a little bit worse. There's a difference between, yeah.
Should be made to buy all of them or kicked out. It's almost as if women-only spaces are made for this very reason. Working out at a women's-only gym. Man pushes...
What? 1.9 million views in 1 month. That's like the thing. It is so stupid, but it gets the views. But I would rather not be famous if I am gonna be famous for shit like that.
Working out at a women's only gym. Man pushes BMW he received as a birthday present into a river because he was angry it wasn't a Jaguar.
I mean, I could insert the BMW jokes, as you guys might or might not know, I'm not a fan of BMW in the slightest. It's like as soon as they enter a BMW, their entire DNA gets rewritten from human being to piece of shit, and they forget how to use turning signals. But I assume this is just rage bait bullshit.
Yearbook's photo editor. I mean, she's making the most of her situation, but
what
this
the
kind
fuck?
of comes across as
this is true
Sign
main
says
character
restricted.
energy.
Do not hike. Absolutely, positively, immediately hikes right in there. This is pretty dangerous. There's a
This
sign
looks
for a
photoshopped
reason,
as
you
fuck,
know?
bro.
Could be like a military base or something. These men 6 rows away on the train had the audacity to laugh for an hour. Hearing men in this country laugh was enough to make me cry on the train for 20 minutes. Must be nice to be able to laugh these days. You actually hate people being happy. This is so weird. Wait, she's gonna hear me laughing and she's gonna start crying. This lady just asked me not to use the gears on my bike around her because it scares her kid. Why is her kid scared of gears? Plus size influencer demands airlines give her an extra free seat.
Oh, we've had stuff like that before several times, right? Discussions like that. I just say we postpone this discussion if they have to increase the size of the seats, or if they can get like an extra seat for free. I think we just postpone this discussion for another 2 years, because by that time they're all gonna fucking die. Okay? Like, if you look at that body, you just know she's not making it till the end of the decade. Absolutely not. So we just postpone that discussion, and by the time we might be able to have an actual discussion, they're all gonna be fucking dead anyway. From being so fucking fat asses, bro. Like, if you wanna cosplay a whale, go ahead and do it. But the entitlement to think you deserve an extra seat because you just take space equivalent to like a fucking elephant, brother, piss off. And if you can't afford 2 seats, then either slim down or save money.
Demands? What do you mean demands? You can't demand anything. If you need another seat, pay for another seat. Hey SteelSeries, I'll do something crazy for a keyboard. I'm really desperate, I'm sorry. Something crazy, like get a job and save some money.
There you go.
Own? No, not that
Deserved.
crazy. No,
Deserved.
being American is the best flex. As much as they pretend to hate us, they all love us. We don't hate you. We're the celebrities of nations. We're the main character. Chill. Had some idiot send their pancakes back because I put
cosplay a whale, bro. I mean, it's the truth, right? I mean, I was super fucking fat as fuck at one point as well in my life. And I knew fully well I am at this point because of myself. It's no one else's fault. It's my own fault. I just like to eat. And if I want to change the way I look, I have to do something myself. I didn't think, you know what? Now the entire world has to change. And think that the way I look is attractive. And I did lose a lot of weight. And I did gain a bunch of weight back. And then lost again. As it goes with life, you know? America is terrible. I mean, I've never been to America. I can't really... I'm sure there's pros and cons for America. As a fat 55... fat ass myself, I stand by Bintius. There you go. There you go. And I don't think being a bit overweight, there's nothing wrong with that. But thinking that people, I don't know, have to lie to you, this whole fat positivity, like, obviously, if someone is overweight, you don't have to run up to them and yell at them and be like, "Oh, you ugly fat bitch, this and that." No, obviously not. I didn't know if swearing was allowed. No, absolutely, you can absolutely swear. Because they're still human beings, you know? You don't have to degrade them for no reason. But if they're like, "Oh, everyone in the world is racist towards me because I'm just a little bit bigger," like, where... I can already tell this video is going to be super long as well. Like, if this woman enters a tiny car like a Smart or a Polo, you just know that car is going to sag to the ground and it's going to struggle delivering that person to the end, to the destination. And if it's that severe, bro, imagine sitting on top of a horse. The poor damn horse. That's animal cruelty. That's torture. If it gets to that point, you might want to consider, like, maybe toning down the third breakfast. It's a constant struggle, but hey, Pearl can finally find a mother if everyone decides to stop cosplaying whales. It is a constant struggle. It, like I mentioned earlier on the stream, like, normally in December, that's the time where I increase my workouts at the gym and especially my cardio sessions to burn more calories, because I just know, with Christmas and New Year's Eve, I'm gonna eat like a pig again, and I want to minimize the amount of weight I gain. But last year I was sick and I slacked off here and there, a bit busy with work, kinda using excuses, so I didn't do that much preparation, and that's why I gained a bit of weight. But it's not the end of the world. You just log in for a little bit and then it's gone again. And honestly, if you live your life only counting calories, that's also not a way to live happily. I have a BMI of 28, which is obese, so I'm trying to lose weight. I've been hovering out 91 to 92 kg for a few months, though. Yeah, BMI is something to orient yourself around, but I think it's also a bit flawed, because it doesn't specify what is fat, what is muscle, but we're getting a bit too. When I started losing weight, when I was at the lowest I ever was. Well, no, lowest I ever was. The lowest I had been in several years. According to the BMI, my BMI was just perfect and like bordering on being a little bit obese. But I looked fucking malnourished, bro. Like, it got to, like, when I started losing weight, my parents like, oh, that's awesome. And my grandma's especially like, oh, you look even more handsome. Like, thanks for the cope, Granny. I know I'm still hideous, but just a little bit less. But I did look better. But towards the end of my weight loss journey, they literally started talking to me like, hey, you gotta slow down. We don't want you to go, like, underweight. And once I was, according to the BMI at least, at the perfect weight, I was so thin, I looked malnourished almost. Then I put on a couple pounds here and there, a bit of bulking, bit of muscle increase, and I felt so much better. So it's absolutely something to orientate yourself around. But if you're like 4 pounds above the ideal BMI, don't cry about it, bro. Just try to live relatively healthy. Emphasis on relatively, because obviously, like I said earlier, if you live your life just counting calories, you're not gonna have fun. If you want to eat a burger, eat a damn burger. Just don't do it every single day.
Watch the customer film themselves pouring it on the pancakes for Instagram. I'm gobsmacked. If your name starts with the letter J, get a free house donut today. Please go back and do E. It's really unfair to those of us who promise a special treat to our kids. My B kid got one, and now my E kid is understandably upset. Yes, I could just go buy one, but she has been really looking forward to her special E-name donut. Please, for the E parents here, make it fair. Just change her name and then change it back. Teen who spent 10 hours cleaning up after protests, rewarded with a car and college scholarship. Are you kidding? There are people out there that work just as hard to keep a roof over their head and food. Do those get anything? No. They get up the next day and do the job again. That's the problem. Everyone thinks the world owes them a living. Shut up. So negative. What? Stop wearing artificial colognes.
That doesn't even have anything to do with the story.
It's a migraine trigger for not only me, but a lot of other people. You can't be this entitled, can you? When you go out...
Stop wearing artificial colognes and perfumes. Artificial? As in there are natural colognes and perfumes? Obviously, posting something on the internet is gonna work well, because we all know how the internet works, right? No, but seriously, if you tell someone on the internet, stop doing ABC, guess what they're gonna be doing? ABC, just on purpose to piss you off. That's how the internet works. We all know that, right? Like, don't click on that link. They're gonna click on the link. Don't buy game XYZ because it's bad. They're gonna buy game XYZ just because. That's how the internet works,
in
bro.
public, you can't expect others to cater to you. Also, all natural colognes and perfumes are both difficult to find and significantly more expensive. You'd rather smell other people's sweat reek? I'm sure why you're behaving like this, but it's not okay. Karen and her husband blocking parking spots for their family right around the corner. Just think of them as cones which can be moved. Sad. Why do you associate with your friend who's working as a damn waiter? Have some class and drop the friends in your life who are going nowhere. Yes, guys.
Excuse me?
Hang out with people only because of status. Even though they might make you feel awful, it's fine, guys. They're famous. Or
Not me. I am very susceptible to suggestion.
they have a bunch of money. This is stupid. I'm glad it's downvoted. Well, sorry. I love your top. Where did you get it from? Not to be rude or anything, but don't you think it's odd that you want to wear the same top as me?
Okay, that is absolutely a woman. There's no way a guy would say that.
It's from a small shop, but they don't sell them anymore, so you can't copy me. Sorry.
That is 1000% a woman. Cheeseball guy, hi there. That is 1000% a woman. Don't you think it's odd that you want to wear the same top as me? Oh, my bad. I didn't know you are the only person allowed to wear that top. Brother, what?
Thinking about how different my life is from the man picking in the rice field every morning. What?
Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. There we go. The fucking e-thought bitches. This is like every okay, let's not stereotype. This is like 50% of all female workout or gym workout pictures. Oh, today I trained my shoulders. By the way, do you see my ass? Like, bro, what is that? That is so pathetic. I actually have a classmate from classes from many years ago, from like 12th grade. Like, bro, 90% of all her pictures on Instagram are like that. Just her backside. Just showing off that her ass is big. Sometimes even crouching down that it looks like she's taking a dump somewhere, right? And all the comments are just female sims. Left and right. Oh, you look so beautiful. You look so stunning. Bro, we can't even see her face. All we can see is her ass crack and nothing else. What do you mean she's beautiful? How is her life that much better if she can't even afford clothing? That is a good point. She can afford an iPhone, but not clothing. That is unfortunate.
From the man picking in the rice field every morning. Watch as furious.
E-thought girls, oh no, my life is so hard. I wish I was insert generic thing here. Meanwhile, the photo, yeah, bro. I trained chess today, and then shows a picture of her ass crack.
DoorDash takes customers' food back. Over $8 tip. If a
Yep, this is going to be a long video. Tipping culture is a cancer. So let me get this straight. She did her job and got $8 as a tip. I think in some cultures they would probably kiss your feet for that. And she instead is angry and takes the food back. Which could probably get her fired. Awesome. Also, if you look at the time, this is 2011. This is like COVID era when people really needed their own money because nobody knew what COVID is, how things are gonna change and stuff. And where prices started increasing. And you still got an $8 tip. Bro, I would write, if I was that person and I got an $8 tip, I would write down the address of that person and remember it for the rest of my life, that person just gifted me $8 for no reason.
Tip. If a mum with 3 kids and bags has 4 reserved seats for a long train,
I'm a cashier, would carry the customers' groceries and themselves home for €8. See, that is the discussion I had so many times. Like, I refuse to tip people in a restaurant because No offense, but that is your job. What, 2011 COVID era? What? 2011? No, that was here, 2021, not 2011. Like, if you're at your local Walmart or your local grocery store anywhere, and it's like, oh, your total is $19.90. You're not gonna be like, oh, keep the change, treat yourself. You're gonna be like, okay, well, my 10 cents, motherfucker, give them back. But for some reason, if we are in the environment of a restaurant, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, your total is $24, so give me 30. What? Huh? I'm sorry, but I didn't know it was my job to pay your wages. Well, they're getting paid so badly, sometimes even under minimum wage. Skill issue, bro. Get a better job. I used to work for a shit company for like 4 years, and now I work at an amazing company because I worked my way up. Shit sucks, but bro, your pay is not my problem. I mean, yes, it kind of is here in the United States, but people who complain about tips not being what they expected shouldn't work where tips are mandatory. That is a take that is way too logical. I thought you said 2011. I thought I didn't. Watch out for the angry DoorDash lady, yeah. Seriously, they'd be like, hey, give me a large tip now. No, not everyone is worth $1 billion. Yep. I think I said this before in a video before. The local kebab guy that I visit sometimes. Tips should be abolished. That would be kind of cool. That I visit sometimes during my lunch break. Old guy, older Turkish guy, grandpa age, or an actual grandpa, had this shop for like 10 plus years. You go there, you get your döner, nice, delicious, good, toasty bread, nice. It's €6.50. I give him €7. His smile brights up like he just seen the best thing in the entire world. And he thanks you like 6 times that you gave him 50 cents of a tip. Like the first time I gave him a tip, I think it was like €2, which for me is like unheard of because I'm stingy as fuck. But he just looked at me like really bewildered. He's like, no, take the money. That's your change. And I'm like, no, it's okay. That's for you. And he just looked at me so stunned. Oh, thank you so much. And I think he thanked me like 6 times or something. And from that point on, I was one of his favorites. Every single time I walk into that store and he sees me, he smiles. Like, in that case, I can understand giving him a tiny tip here and there because that dude is just genuinely adorable. But $8 for an ungrateful bitch? Back in the day, one would pre-tip for service tips to ensure proper service. A tip was buying insurance that you would get service, but now I tip based on my funds and the service I actually received. Tipping ahead of time sounds stupid, honestly. Because it kind of could be motivation for them to, deliver a good product. If you deliver the shit service, you don't get the tip. But if you tip them ahead of time, they could just do whatever they wanted.
Full carriage. Don't tell them that their tickets don't matter in a posh voice, and then say you're not moving, and refuse to make eye contact. This is when you would get the train guard to, get them out of their seat, maybe. And you have a reserved seat, which is taking up 4 handicapped seats. Hey, do you mind unliking my comment? It's bothering me that 48 people laugh reacted, and you only liked it. I'd prefer if you just didn't respond. I went on a date with this guy, and he paid for himself alone, because I brought 2 of my friends. Men are heartless. All of you.
No, that's bait, bro. That's bait. That's bait. Nah, there's no way that's real. There's no way that's real.
A gentleman would have paid the bills and tell me politely after the date.
You know it is Twitter if a woman tells you how a man should probably behave.
It's the best thing to do, and not just act so immature. If you've brought a bunch of your friends, that's not a date at all. And you've also lied, because I don't think the guy was told this. Just been asked for a free meal for 4 in exchange for a social media post, because someone has 8.9k Instagram followers. It's for my 10-course vegan menu below. Sorry, but as an industry that's barely surviving, why would anyone ask for this post?
Bro. You pre-tip now. Amazon Prime and all those. You're pre-tipping for servers only. It's called membership now. Ooh. That's kind of deep, you know. I guess, and if you look at that, we also have like what? Paying for your Wi-Fi, I guess, as well. If we're gonna go that far, yeah. I guess. I understand tipping the restaurant and your delivery driver, but people expect you to tip at fast food restaurants, hotels, and some are forcing tips at traditionally non-mandatory tipping places, bro. Have you guys seen that picture where they have like the card or the device where you put your card to pay, and they have like literally a sticker when it asks you how much do you want to tip, and they literally have a sticker over the 0 so that you cannot press 0% tip. Seen that several times online. That is insane. Where's that minus $14 bill from Gravity Falls when you need it? Yeah, put a minus tip, a negative tip.
This handsome guy next to me was pumping gas into his truck. We smiled at each other and said hi. Then he came to my side, tapped his card on my machine and said, "It's on me, fill up your tank." And then left. No question, no asking me for my number. Go to Target or Kohl's then. End of discussion.
Today on things that never happen, no.
Hello, I am writing to you because I am concerned about your earring prices. I understand they're handmade, but $20 is a bit much when I can get more at Target or Kohl's. Is there any way we can discuss pricing?
Bro.
Does this person know how rude they sound writing something like this? You just seem really entitled.
I mean, if you don't like the prices at store XYZ, it is your right to not buy it and go somewhere else. But why do people start haggling prices? Like, oh, I found it cheaper somewhere else. Then, my dear brother in Christ, go somewhere else.
This
like,
engagement
bruh.
ring for my ex-girlfriend. Apparently it was pure garbage. It was $2,300 brand new, never worn, size 6. It comes with a lifetime warranty. He paid $2,300 for it and he's selling it for $1,200. This man's hurt. Imagine proposing and they say the ring
Yeah,
is
that
garbage.
is a bargain,
I feel
huh?
like men should spend $1,000 minimum on the first date. I feel like you should spend
Minimum, by the way, guys. Minimum, by the way. Bro, how many hookers from Thailand do you think you could get for $1,000? I would assume probably a considerable amount. And this bitch wants $1,000 for a first date. Yeah.
$1,000 minimum. Dude keeps calling me bro.
I need to watch these before working out because I would get hella ripped if I could channel this rage into weights.
Bro and chuckling.
True,
So I overpriced
true.
his tattoo and I'm gonna make it hurt more than any he's ever had. Taking the top layer of what? You're a psycho. You could have just said stop calling me bro in a respectful way. Dude is in for a world of hurt.
Some people think everywhere is like pawn stars and you believe you can just negotiate a fixed price for an item.
So I wiped harder. You're weird. Looking for the company / persons that removes shrubs at no cost to the homeowner. Thanks. Have you tried using your own hands? I left 45 voicemails for this person's tour manager, asking them to please not use strobe lights because of my condition. Apparently they didn't receive my messages. I left with why if you have a really bad condition, like epilepsy, don't go to concerts if you don't know what.
Huh?
What's gonna happen? Just offered Chinese food to a homeless man who was begging and he said, "I can't eat that. I'm strictly vegan. Might want to loosen up on the reins for that diet, big guy." Kind of reminds me of the time I bought a homeless guy a
being
sandwich,
picky about
really
food as a
angry
homeless
that I
man
used
is
to give him money.
wild.
At Dollar General, this boomer started witching at the cashier because the card reader thing froze up. And I said, "Hey, give her a break. It's not her fault." And then when she started screaming at me, everybody in line started yelling at her. And she left in tears and it made me happy. 11 years ago today,
Okay,
me
I
and
understand,
Brittany
understandable.
invented the selfie. The TSA security guard said that the airline might not let me on the plane with that kind of mask. I thanked him and told him that they might hold their questions when they see my first class ticket, which they did. So if you're first class, you get to
What a
carry
good
in
boy
normally
you are,
banned
bro.
stuff. Yeah, this seems like a security breed. TikToker Natalie Reynolds crying and shouting outside the TikTok headquarters because she wants her account unbanned.
Bro, that is so sad. Imagine your occupation is known as TikToker. Bro, I would rather be homeless or unemployed than a TikToker. Oh my god, bro.
This is the worst Christmas haul ever. No pop, vinyls, video games, Google Play. This person's annoyed. As the Lego sets go, this one's below average. I knew my family would blow it this year. Be grateful, some people don't even have a family. One great part of being pregnant.
Damn.
Reserved parking for new and expecting mothers. I park there every chance I get. I don't care if I've got a girl with me or not. My Uber picked me up in a 2010 car, but there's no Bluetooth or aux. Wait, when you guys go into an Uber, do you...
Bro, what? You want to put on your music in his car? Bro, what?
Connect your phone and play music? I've never done that in my life, and I've been in hundreds of Ubers.
Use your
Advertising
fucking
bands
headphones.
Insta by putting loose mirrors in busy public parks right where people walk their dogs. This is a horrible accident waiting to happen. They should be held responsible if a dog hurts themselves. PS5 console for sale, $730 each, no less. You guys buy houses
What?
80k over what they're worth, then you're complaining for $130 above retail? To the owner of the black Tesla who parked behind the Orpheum on Seymour Street
That is
tonight, who told me to
incredibly
go screw
outrageous, but it
myself
is
after
kinda
I told them
true.
They would likely get a parking ticket because of tour vehicles that were going to park there, who seemed to presume I was just some noisy civilian, rather than the guy running the concert tonight. Here's a photo of the tow truck I called for your car, and a photo of me eating an ice cream cone while I watched it being towed.
Deserved.
I don't think I've ever had an ice cream cone that tasted so sweet and refreshing.
That is
Demon,
understandable, bro.
woman
That is
taking
based.
up 4 spaces. Okay.
Oi, oi, oi. It's an Audi. Of course it's an Audi, bro. Like the local grocery store where I live, or close to where I live, has fortunately like really big parking spaces. Really nice. And somehow still some people are able to take up 2 parking spaces. But taking up 4 is a different level of greed, bro. Oh god, speaking of, I'm working at a DJ and I just got yelled at by a customer because apparently he said he was putting things at the front. However, I never heard him say anything. Bro, some customers, you know, with some customers, they just want to be right. They don't want to hear, actually, you're wrong, it's ABC instead of XYZ. They just want to yell. They just want to hear you say, oh, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm sorry to hear that, my man. I put his stuff away, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope the weekend comes quickly for you as well. So I assumed the stuff that he put there was the guy I just checked out because he earlier brought an almond milk to the front, so I assumed the rest was the guy's too. I put his stuff away. Damn. 4 girls, 1 car. Oh my god. 1 girl, 4 parking
2
spots.
is bad, but not the end of the world. 4, that's the end of the world. Center, blue. This is how a politician from my country dressed up to her son's wedding. So who's getting married to who? I can't tell.
Who?
When getting your gym
Who is
photo
who?
is more important than the privacy of people getting changed
Bro, be
behind
careful,
you.
Joey
Hi there,
Swole is
how are
coming
you?
after you,
The
man.
response is pretty disappointing. From reading your profile, I was really excited to talk to you. Sorry about that. I check this once or twice a week because I try not to be super involved with social media.
Well, I'd prefer you be super involved with me and this. Try a little harder moving forward, is that clear?
Who do you think you are, Phil? You're blocked.
Bruh,
No one.
what?
This little rodent was trying to be the center of the attention. It's okay. The best.
Okay, that's honestly funny.
Gym
That's a
rules don't
that's a
apply.
cool
Oh,
picture.
hey, no photos, please. Yeah, no photos, but no one's in the photo. I think it's not that bad. Could be worse. Posted some pictures of my fiance and dogs. This Karen who I hadn't talked to in over a year just had to make it about her. And no, I did not see her post. Pretty slimy that you would post that, knowing damn well I had to put my German Shepherd down today. I know you saw my posts. I mean, she's grieving, but doesn't give you an excuse to be an absolute idiot.
There you go. There you go. That summarizes it perfectly. Just because you're not doing that well doesn't give you the justification to be a dick. Like, I don't like it when people use, I was emotional or stuff like that as an excuse. Like, bro. Fuck off.
Friend, block, oh well. Shirtless, childless men, grunts and exercises at a playground in the middle of a group of girls eating right after school. I don't think you should be working out in a children's playground, but I don't think you should really be eating in a playground either. I'm more on the girls' side. You're a grown man. Go to the gym. Or maybe do it when no one's there. My experience at the Taylor Swift movie. This girl at the
What the
airport
fuck are you
waits
doing at
until
the movies
queue
like that?
moves all the way forward to move. People confronted her and she said, "It's the same if I move now or later. Want your town to be 20 miles per hour? Just do it." My town is now a 20 miles per hour zone because I decided that's the speed I'll drive. Just drive at 20 and everyone behind you also has to drive at that too. I've been doing this for a few weeks now and it's working well. I'm slowly learning not to care what the people behind think. I get to drive with an open road ahead of me. I'm at the front of the queue for every set of lights. I'm definitely not going to get into any accidents. I'm not going to run any people or pets over.
1,400 likes, by the way.
Imagine they just start going 20 miles per hour on the motorway. I guess they're in a small town, but still. Urgent alert. There is a black Jeep.
It's also called r/fuck cars. Bruh.
I guess they're in a small town, but still. Urgent alert. There is a black Jeep that just drove down our dead-end street and turned around and drove back out. And they don't live on the street. I was sitting in my driveway and they drove by me real slow. I mean, if you live in the middle of nowhere, and this doesn't happen a lot, yeah, this can kind of be urgent, but I don't know why you'd post about it. Wouldn't you just maybe make
Goddamn Sunday driver, that's the exact logic when driving the speed limit or slower.
To my friend's beach wedding. My patient of 6 years.
What?
Dress the hair and makeup go war to my friend's beach wedding.
Who are we talking? The dress, the hair, and makeup girl war to my friends. What?
My patient of 6 years just died and left me 4.1 million. I'm about to quit my job and move into her luxury home that she also left me. It even has a balcony and a jacuzzi. Life is great. I'm so blessed. I'll take all my friends on all-inclusive luxury.
Is that why people become a nurse? What?
Did you manipulate an old person just before they died? Yo, how much?
I hope that is a joke. Because if it isn't, you just committed to a crime online. You might end up in jail.
For exclusives, I've got the money ready. Your beats are fire. Depends on the beat. The throwaways I'll sell for like 60. What about $20? Buy a basic license. I don't sell exclusives for that cheap. I want an exclusive, bro. Then pay the full amount. I can't, that's my budget. Then buy a basic lease. The bride whose wedding cake was a life-size version of herself is pretty MC behavior.
What?
I mean, I don't think it's that bad. It's kind of funny.
Ew. Ew. Well, at least they got the big ass nose correctly.
Would I do it? No. Hey, if you weren't informed by Mike, it's mine and Christian's wedding next month. If you're buying us gifts, the
Narcissism much, just a tiny bit.
You have a requirement for gifts? What, you're saying that?
If you're buying us gifts, the requirement is to buy us gifts above 250. Oh, my bad. My bad. For either me or Christian. Oh, my bad, bro. I didn't know that was a minimum requirement. You know what? Go fuck yourself, bro.
You want something over 250? Yep. Well, don't expect me coming. I would laugh and I wouldn't respond. They wouldn't be my friend. Hey, you wouldn't happen to on the off chance swap this for an...
Or I would give them like some super fucking petty gift, like some shoes that were the wrong sizes and don't fit or something like that.
Xbox One. Why are you calling me at 12:30 a.m.? I'm sleeping. Sorry, my bad. I normally don't go to bed until like 2. I don't care. Not appropriate. Zero consideration. My bad. Won't happen again. It's a sad day when you spend almost 40 grand at a car dealership and they give it to you with the gas tank on E and no free keychain. Krispy Kreme is giving away donuts and
$250 spending requirement is absolutely insane. I regret. I agree. Like, bro. I mean, if it's a wedding of a friend of mine, I'm not going to give them like a $20 Amazon gift card. Obviously not. But going like, it has to be at least that much, bro. Who are you? Who the hell are you?
coffee to teachers next week. How about the parents that had all the work at home?
Bro, what the fuck do you want donuts for? Because your husband cream pied you? That's why you want the free donuts? Bro, what?
Really became the teachers without a paycheck. First,
oh my bad. You had to take care of your child? Your own child? Damn. Life is rough as a parent, huh?
I'm walking on this street without being recognized. I would understand if it's Justin Bieber, but
Who are
I don't
you?
know who you are. Sorry. Looking for a reliable babysitter who won't be picky about pay. 1 star. Tried to book a table for my daughter's
what?
birthday party. Unfriendly service. Refusing to speak other language than French and not willing to offer any special treatment for my daughter on her special day. Absolute disappointment. I think this was in France too. I love the supporting of local restaurants, but they should try to meet people halfway and offer discounts on to-go dinners. They are not the only ones hurting financially. This is a bad take. The lady sat in my window seat and she gave me the, does it matter if it's an aisle or window seat? Look, yes, that's why you stole my seat. Now excuse me as I look out this window and fart non-stop during this flight because you don't know how to behave. Bride wants bridesmaid to pay $30,000 for upstaging her on the wedding day.
If you don't have any worries in life, yeah. 30K. Do you want the Rolls Royce with that as well?
Very disappointed that not one of the thousands of you even sent or money for gifts. Can't even celebrate now. Have you heard of getting a job, maybe? Sorry, that is a
No, they
slur.
don't hear
I
of
only
that,
eat
bro.
at expensive
Never heard of that.
restaurants. Nothing more, nothing less. That's just my standard, and the man must always treat. So
Again, I hope this is rage
if a
bait.
dude took you to Texas Roadhouse or like Outback or something, you wouldn't be grateful? No. Personally, I would eat the food, entertain him for the night until he takes me home, then block his number. Can't be with no broke man. You gotta be joking. No, I'm very serious. Please speak English.
Get
Who the hell are you?
help.
I'm German. I will speak my language. How am I supposed to read your tweets if they're in German? Go learn another language then. Just don't read
Fucking
the tweet.
bitch,
Why
bro.
do you need
What?
to read their tweets? Forcing my boyfriend to watch
Or
5 Twilight.
there's like the translation feature if you want to know that badly.
Best friend, I really hope this isn't BF as a boyfriend. It's generally disappointing. I don't know why you Twitter girls don't make it obvious you're taken. I literally for 2 weeks would check your tweets for your mental health and see if you're okay. And you have a boyfriend? Is he a Chad? I'm traveling world.
Bro, you might want to look into a restraining order. What the fuck?
Could you support me, please? Sydney woman charged with stealing Christmas donations for volunteer firefighters to the woman in Aldi who...
How do these disrespectful people even exist? I know from work that they do exist. Why? I don't know, bro. I don't know, like... They must have... I don't know if it's the way they were raised, or maybe it's just... Being a dick was passed down genetically or something. I don't understand. I don't know.
was in front of me at the checkout with 107 items and didn't let me jump in front of you with my pack of beer and crisps.
That
if you
sucks.
get home and are looking for your gourmet burgers and chocolate biscuits, I flung them underneath the counter where the bags are.
Okay, that is...
If there was one person behind me, they had like hardly any items and I was doing a massive shop, I would let them go in front, but...
Yes, I would also let them go through. But doing that, pretty sure that's also a crime or something.
If I'm in that position and someone didn't let me go in front, I wouldn't then maliciously ruin their
Like, it is completely justifiable to get mad at that. if you have like 2 items and they have 107 and they do not let you go first, it's completely normal and acceptable to be annoyed. But why are you reacting like a fucking 4-year-old, bro?
Shopping. No.
And
Hi,
then you're
is this
posting
still
about it
available?
online.
Is
You're
this a deal?
boasting.
How can you deliver to Darlington? Hi, but I can't deliver to Darlington, and 155 is the best I can do. So how then do I get it? POV. You're the
What?
main character in your small boring town full of people who dress, talk, and act the same. We
No string, bro. No string spotted.
all are NPCs, and we're all main characters. But people who don't think they're NPCs are NPCs. Do you say something
Oh, hey, it's Jessica. Hi there.
if you're sitting there?
I see the metal tag. I click. Nice. Nice. Although, not much metal music right now. Do you say something if you're sitting there? I think... No string spotted, opinion denied. What bands do you like? Bunch of stuff. Like my favorite one is Bullet for My Valentine. And one of my favorites is Walkings. Today I listened to Ghost Kid at the gym. 2024 I went to concerts from Dragon Force, Powerwolf, etc. It's a bit spread. I'd say metalcore, power metal, and maybe some death metal here and there. You say something if you're sitting there. I think if the foot is just there and I'm here, I would tolerate it. But if they're sliding that foot over here, no. Thoughts on the new sleep theory? Have not listened to it.
I think I would say something, yeah. I wouldn't like this. This girl who I was friendly with was telling me about how her parents died in a car.
Sleep theory blowing up. Yeah, maybe I'll just put it on the next stream or something.
Car accident. And I had to tell her to shut up.
Start again.
I think I would say something, yeah. I wouldn't like this. This girl who I was friendly with was telling me about how her parents died in a car accident. And I had to tell her to shut up. Car accidents are a big trigger for me, and she just trauma dumped without even asking.
Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi. So let's recap. She confided in you. She trusted you enough to tell her that her parents died in a car accident, and she's justifiably depressed about it. And you told her to shut up because car accidents are a big trigger for you. Her parents fucking died in a car accident. I think it's a slightly bigger trigger for her. This is the definition of you lost the game. Bro, what? Someone who was hit by a car before, what? That dude's a dillweed. How did you get hit by a car? Like heavy?
I'm not giving you sympathy for triggering me. I don't know why she was telling you about that, but maybe she just trusted you or wanted to talk to you because she thought she was friendly with you. Friendly friends, you know? You can talk about stuff with friends, maybe? But
apparently you cannot.
She wanted ready for everyone to ask about her lobster onesie and go viral.
What the fuck are you wearing,
the
bro?
money they're wanting to send. The cutoff is 75,000. That's ridiculous. Gonna give them out, give them to everyone. I'd love to be remotely close to 75k a year. They could keep their 1k. We make that in store poor. I feel like the more Luke works, the less we get. You would hate to actually be poor then. I could do all kinds of things with that much money a year, especially for all 3 kids. Anyone have a Nintendo Switch they don't want or just don't play anymore?
I'm upset because car accidents are a big trigger for me. That's too damn bad. You keep...
I'm still without one,
Bro.
and I want to play the new Animal Crossing so bad. The question is, can you give it back to me in like a month or 2? I want one to keep, not borrow. Jesus. So you could have had the opportunity to have one, borrow one for a month.
Wow, some random person on Facebook offered to borrow it to you and you were like, nah, that's not good enough. Bro. Not heavy. I was crossing the street on my bike and a car didn't see me, picked me up while driving the curve, and I fell to the ground once it stopped. That is still pretty damn scary.
You want to play, but you basically said, no, I'm greedy. I don't want to do that. I want to keep it. This video hurts my brain. How do I force my artist friend
only
to work
yours?
for free? Put a gun to his or her. No. Why do you expect artists to work for free when no one else does? PlayStation 5 demand is surging. I've watched all your videos on YouTube, and I like it the way you explain the specs and features. So now maybe I deserve a reward. Can I ask for a phone? Your oldest phone for my daughter? Education here goes digital, and I can't afford to give her one. I lost my job. He's just shooting his shot, but...
Hey, at least he's specifying your oldest phone. At least he's not asking for the newest iPhone. At least he theoretically would be okay with a very old one. If he's
commenting this under every tweet, and yeah, it's annoying. Your language is disgusting, Philly. My 6-year-old heard you say frick 5 times in 40 seconds. You are a respectable adult who the youth looks up to. I'm disgusted with you. My son wanted his haircut like yours. I mean, my recommendation is your 6-year-old probably shouldn't be watching my show in the first place. Go away. Stop advertising.
Maybe not.
This is the Rainbow Six Siege subreddit. Fun fact, I pre-ordered this game. I own the collector's edition. I supported this game during its first, not so great months. Game only exists now because of people like me. Have some respect.
Bro, hold on. Bro, this is like the fucking... Oh, actually, I know the manager here. What? Fun fact, I pre-ordered this game. Fun fact, nobody gives a fuck. What? It was actually great for me since I had a report due that day. I didn't finish it, so it did help me. Okay, you got the get out of jail card. Okay. Fun fact, I pre-ordered this game. Congratulations. You paid for a game that wasn't released yet.
This guy's
Good job.
Me, but I'm not sitting here typing
Good
this.
job, my
Siege
man.
in the first season. Well, something interesting happened today. So someone was threatening furries near my school, so I continued walking. But later in the hall, he walked into me and threatened me at knife point. I broke his knife and slammed him into the wall. Does this happen? Some a-hole in Walmart asked me why I was going down the wrong side of the aisle and why I wasn't wearing a mask. I said, because this is America, you spineless idiot. Don't let your fear interfere with my freedom. His face. Sure you could see his whole face. I think he was wearing a mask and you...
Bro. Dominance established because I didn't wear a mask. Nice. People want to talk just to hear themselves talk. They all think they're a main character, a critic, an orator, a statesman. Yeah, some people just enjoy being in the spotlight, I guess. For whatever reason. Yeah. Holy fuck. 18 minutes and it's 52 minutes. My fucking bad, bro. Anyone watching this on YouTube, actually, no, not my bad, because you can skip. The people on stream, however, were not able to skip. My bad. Okay, that's gonna be it for this one. Leave your requests for the next videos down in comments or join the Discord and let me know there. Let us know your main character syndrome moments if you've met people like that before. And I hope you guys have a great day. Until next time, bye.